Shalom, Israel. Boom! I think I got one. Yeah, I'm gonna have one breakdown in that topic. It's gonna be Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Take care. Take care. Same car. Everybody ain't lost. 12 and 13. Those are the dreams, but I love from a boat right. Tribe of Benjamin inherited on both sides. Whew. It's a life. It's a life. Israelites. Going through it because we Israelites. Crying out for Allah to all my Israelites.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Sons of the power.
Okay. I was reading the wrong one.
No sweat. Like no coward.
I was reading 12 and 12. You know what I'm saying? But I might have to get a breakdown on that one too.
Shadows has an adventure. Homicide is the victim. Get it right. Death is looking through the night. We don't take a light. Edomites. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt because Christ paid the price, so who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite? I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Alright, go ahead and cut that. Going through because we're Israelites. Kwame Asher Allah to all my Israelites. Woo! And that song goes in. So I can have to hear that whole thing. But Shalom Israel, Shalom Yahweh, Hashem Yahshua Barakatah. Thumb to the brothers. Shalom Shamar El Thumb by Hashem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Tonight, scripture breakdown. So if you have any questions, go ahead and tap in. Hit me up. I will answer your questions. We got classes Monday through Friday. isupk.com. Go ahead, look it up. You can find all the classes. You can find what area you're in. We're in the Pacific Northwest right here. So if you're out here, we got a number for you to call. If you're in Cali, Texas, North Carolina, Baltimore, wherever you at, man, we have a station there. And we all give a big thanks and just amazing gratitude to Commander Jenny Yohanan, man, for keeping this truth getting us out of this BS, man. Showing us who we are, man. And we are the 12 tribes of the Bible. If you are a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, you are God's chosen people. You are the Most High chosen people. You are who Christ died for. Tonight, because it's that time of the year, they call it. The most wonderful time of the year. That's what these Edomites and these oppressors and all these other nations, if they're not of the 12 tribes, they love this time of the season. They just got done with Halloween. Next is coming up is Thanksgiving. Man, we done broke down so many times. If you are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, why you should not celebrate Thanksgiving. Why you should not celebrate any of these pagan holidays, man. But I'm going to go into a little bit more tonight. And I'm going to also let you know that we have in the Bible our high holy days. That's what the ISUPK represent. That's what the ISUPK push, man. We got two of them coming up. We got the Feast of Hanukkah, and we got the Feast of Purim. So man, it ain't too late, man. And we celebrate on these days, man. But it ain't like these pagan holidays where you gotta spend money just to make yourself seem better, make your kids feel like they're left out. Nah, man, we get together, man, and we just have fun, man. We eat, we cook, glorious, clean food, man. We ain't putting no pork on our plates, man, on our forks, man. You know, we ain't eating no shrimp, crab, and lobster, man. We doing some good old lamb, some bison, some cow, you know, some just whatever, chicken, man, fried chicken, whatever it is, man, barbecue. But man, you ain't seeing no unclean food on our plates, man. I'm gonna get into the first one. Take me to Amos 5. Start at 21.
Amos 5.
Start at 21. I'm gonna let you know what the Most High think of your Easter's, Thanksgiving, and something else, man. If you really look at where our high holy days is and where they put these pagan holidays at, man. If you look, man, it's somewhat lined up with ours. It's somewhat lined up with ours, man. It's somewhat lined up with ours. But the funny thing is, man, if you look back on how their pagan holidays started, man, it always started with bloodlust, orgies, kids' death, our death. If you an Israelite, man, our death. Like, that's where these pagan holidays came from, man. And they turned it and flipped it and made it sound and look glorious to America. And you wanna love America so bad, you fall into this thing. You fall into this tradition. You break yourself. You rob. You steal. You kill to have a good pagan holiday, man. Go ahead,
So to piggyback on what you're saying, pretty much
you don't have to turn around and speak a little louder.
So pretty much what you're saying is the holidays that they celebrate, the pagan holidays, are based on rape, murder, and robbery, right?
Right, exactly.
So they still celebrate that
They
because
still
you have
celebrate
to rape, murder, or rob somebody, so you can celebrate
your
something.
kids,
you know
right, man? Your kids are scared, man. I hear so many people say, "Oh, the reason why I went to this person's birthday, I hate everybody there, but I didn't want to be the only one to show up to this kid's birthday. Oh, I hate everybody there, but I just had to show up to Christmas just to show what my kid got for Christmas. I hate everybody there, but I went to Thanksgiving just because, you know,
the trauma.
My mom was there. My mom really wanted me to come, but once I got there, I got into a fight with my uncle because he done molested me when I was a child, and I still ain't let that go. And he still tried to do some sly, BS and try to talk to me or touch me in some weird kind of way, knowing that I don't like them. It's like, why? Like, seriously, 100%, why do you still do this, man? You don't have to worry about that any of our high holy days, man.
I know why.
Cause we hang out with real, true men, and then it just trickles down, man. If you got real men at the head of the household, man, everything trickles down. Your children are good. Your rib is good, and then you don't have to worry about if your brother is gonna try to sneak off with your girl, or your girl trying to sneak off with somebody at a high holy day, man. It's mad respect, man. And like I say, man, the water took a man of General Yohana and all the generals under him. But man, the most praise go to General Yohana, man. He kept this truth, man. He didn't budge, man. He didn't move for no money or anything, man. He seen what he was learning and what he had, man, was gonna set his people free, man. And he stuck to it. That's why I'm here today, man. That's why I got Priest and Officer Kala here with me as well, man. We got brothers out here in the Pacific Northwest, man, and we just raising up more and grabbing more and just trying to run with this, man. I'm not trying to run with this, man. We is, man. We don't care if you come or not, man. We gonna keep doing this. Go ahead. What you say, Huck?
No, I was saying the reason why.
Speak up.
The reason why they were still doing it is because they want to fit in with the society.
That's all it is. That's all it is, because they know that they friends, they family, and all these other people celebrate it, so they have to.
When I learned the difference, you know what I'm saying?
I was over it.
I was like, I'm different. Just like that song.
Right, I'm different. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, man. No, seriously, man.
And then I found people that was different like me, and I clicked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like all the puzzle pieces fell together perfectly.
Man, me growing up, man, none of my holidays was anything, man. My mom was broke, and you know,
always.
and you know, the water to her for not even trying. I ain't gonna even lie, you know, the water for her for not even trying, because it just made me not even care about it. Because when I went anywhere else, you know, I still got bare minimum, because I wasn't the other person's kid, so they kids get the Jordans and all the nice clothes, you know, and I just get whatever's left, you know, and like I never cared about it. You feel me? So man, like I said, when I found the truth and realized we wasn't even supposed to celebrate these things, I wasn't gonna be no Jehovah's Witness. So I was just like, you know what? Like when I heard Jehovah's Witnesses didn't celebrate it, half of my other family is Jehovah's Witnesses, but I didn't grow up with them. But when I realized that they didn't celebrate it, I was like, okay, so there is people that don't celebrate this. So you know what? It's not a big thing to me, man. My birthday's never really, like, I never really did nothing. Nobody cared, you know. My grandma and grandpa anniversaries was on the same day as my birthday. So pretty much, the whole family forgot about me and, you know, did something for my grandma and grandpa on their anniversary. But like at the same time, man, that group that made me not even care about it. Like I wasn't one of those person that was like, oh man, I need to go do something for my birthday. I was just like, oh shit, another day, right? Another day, you know. Every so often, like I think, bro, I swear, bro, I think the only time that I actually went out and party was my 21st birthday.
Not even my 21st birthday.
No, I went out because I was able to go to a club, so I was like, all right, let's go do this. But you know, like I said, I mean, I was in the world, but.
In the world, for my 21st birthday, I didn't do anything. This is what happened. My mom woke up and was like, happy birthday. I was like, man, fuck this shit. Rolled over. Yeah. She used the language. But that's exactly what I said, man. Right. Bump all that. And rolled back over and went back to sleep. That's how I celebrated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was just another day. Nobody showed up. Nobody cared anyway. You feel me?
I got tooted and booted, as they say.
I ain't gonna lie. I did do the things that I wasn't supposed to. The girl that I was messing with, she bought me a bunch of stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Things that shouldn't be mentioned. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And drinks. Oh, it was a lot of drinks.
Right. Yeah, man. I got wasted. I did what they call it, white girl wasted. And I don't drink like that. I mean, I used to didn't drink like that either, man. I was a smoker, so
Right.
when it came to drinking, man, I was called lightweight. But I went up on that night, and those was one of those nights, man. I got a handful of nights where I you know, I was talking to the porcelain toilet, but you know, but it's just
Uncle Earl.
calling Uncle Earl. Uncle Earl. You know how that is, man.
The thing is, I actually have an uncle named Earl.
I do too. I got an uncle and a cousin named Earl. Yeah, right.
Right.
But yeah, man, those only 2 nights. Or those, I guess I got a handful of nights where I got too drunk and it did that, man. I get buzzed and I'm like, all right, I'm good, man. Where's my weed at, man?
Right.
Yeah, I don't do that no more. But man, go ahead. You got anything else?
But yeah, let's get on to this.
Damn right, let's get on to the scripts. All right.
Enough reminiscing.
Yeah. Oh, man.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, and
start at 21.
21. I despise your feast days.
Ooh, say that again.
I despise your feast days.
I hate and I despise your feast days. You know what your feast days are, man. Y'all have that big feast Thanksgiving. Y'all have that big feast Christmas. Y'all have that big feast on Easter. He hates and he despises those, man. Because one, they are not the high holy days that he tell you to celebrate, and they're in the Bible. These high holy days that I'm speaking of, they are in the Bible. Before I leave this class, I'm just tell you the scriptures, man. Y'all gotta do the research, man. We've been doing this way too long, man. I don't know why I'm gonna bring out more. I'm gonna give you the scriptures on high holy days that the Most High say we should celebrate.
Well, at least the ones that's coming up.
No, I'm gonna tell them all of them. I'm gonna just have them go to the scriptures. I'm not gonna tell them like what day and stuff. I'm gonna just let them know, I'm gonna just let them know the holiday or the high holy days that the Most High put in the Bible. Okay. And none of them are Christmas. None of them are Thanksgiving. None of them is Easter. No.
Palm
none
Sunday. Of them. What is it? St. Patrick's Day.
None of that.
Shit face.
Right. None of that. None of that, man.
Not even your birthday. The birthdays is actually a satanic ritual.
It's a man. Our people, bro, and man, back in Egypt, man, our people was slaughtered and killing each other just for the Pharaoh's birthday.
Right.
That's what they did on birthdays, man. Our people was killed, slaughtered, and just used as what we are now. Out there on the basketball courts, out there on the football fields, man, just entertaining these folks, man. Okay. That's what we was on people's birthday back in the day, man. In the arenas, man, gladiators, bro. We were the real gladiators, man, because we used to fight lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! I mean, we was doing all that, man. And it was crazy because we were surviving for a long time, and they're like, "Holy, like this is entertaining." Like, that's what they did. They threw us out there with animals, man.
Starving animals.
Right. They threw us out there with animals and then just feeding us scraps. And we're working off the scraps, man. And we're still handling business out there, man. Look it up, man. Go ahead. What do you have to say?
Now, I was just trying to remember, who was it that asked for a head on a silver platter for her birthday? It was some type of princess.
I don't even know.
But yeah, she asked for one of the I think it was Peter, Paul.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that.
I can't remember, but I'm gonna look it up and I have it for you next time.
All right, you got any more?
Yeah, I got more on the scripture.
Yeah.
I will not smell in your solemn assembly.
He is not smelling that stuff that y'all sitting over there praying for. He's not. He don't care if it's a turkey. He don't care. He don't care if it's clean food on your table. He don't care about none of that, man. because these pagan holidays that you celebrate are wicked. Thanksgiving, man, our people were slaughtered, man. Our buffaloes was killed. They sat there and they faked the peace treaty with us, kill us multiple over and over, man.
The next scripture is
I know. I'm building up for it. But yeah, man, why? Why are y'all celebrating these pagan holidays, man, knowing that they're nowhere in the Bible? They're sitting here making you thankful for something, bro, when what they were really thankful for back in the day is that they killed more of our people than we killed of theirs. That they took over one of our villages and only lost a few comrades. But like I say, the way they did it, man, was so wicked. They didn't come towards us and just straight won a battle, man, because we would have slaughtered them. They came with a peace treaty after weakening us, killing our food supply, killing, setting fires to our next door neighbors and knocking out our resources. And then they want to make a peace treaty. And as soon as we just be like, you know what, I need to feed my kids. Okay, no sweat. Like let's make something happen. Okay, I totally understand. Like I'm just doing this for my kid. And then they slaughtered us. And every time that happened, they had a feast, and it was called Thanksgiving. I think it was George Washington, one of them damn presidents. They went ahead and was just like, you know what? Let's just make it one day. Because this is just ridiculous. We can't have a whole month of just a Thanksgiving because we done slaughter these people. Let's just make it one day and just remember on this one day Thanksgiving that we killed so many Native Indians. We tricked them into believing that we were good, that we were going to be on their side, and they killed us. Man, woman, and child. I mean, if you want me to go vulgar, man, they raped our women, man, raped our children, man. Because from back in the day, man, you know they was homosexual, so they raping our women, our children, girls and boys, man.
It's like it, man.
Giving us all sorts of disease. Go ahead.
I think there's a scripture on that. It's Genesis the 25th or the 23rd, 25 and 27. Esau is a crafty hunter.
Damn right.
Mm-hmm.
A crafty hunter. You know how we set traps for our buffaloes and for everything that we catch. They did the same thing to us, though. Crafty. Wait until we put our shields down and our weapons down, and thought that we were going to do something really good and just murder. I mean, y'all read the story of the Pilgrims and the Indians, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they made it seem like it was us. Nah, man, it was them. But they do the same thing now, man. They make you feel guilty. They make you, they bring your child into it, man. They do this, all this Christmas and all these holidays, man. You sit there, and all these Edomite children, all these other nation children is coming with new Jordans, new clothes, new this on their birthday, on Christmas, on whatever, what else not, man. And they're just coming sauced, and you have to do something because now you don't want your kid feeling like you're left out or you're poor or whatever, whatnot. So you dig in and you have to do this for your kid because you don't want your kid feeling left out. That's what they do, man. They drag our kids into this, man, and they make it, oh man, I only do this for my kid. Oh man, I only celebrate his birthday because, I had him and, all the other kids doing it and I don't want him to feel like, I don't love him. Nah, man, my kids know I love them. They got a roof over their head. They eat every night. They got clothes on their back. And I tell them, man, we can go have a party. We can go have a party without it being a birthday. We can go have a party without it being Christmas. You can get presents. You can get gifts without it being Christmas. But it comes with your attitude. You act right, you get rewarded. I'm not rewarding no bad kid, man. And that's another thing about you parents, man. Y'all sit there and y'all reward these bad kids just because you can't stomach the fact that, hey, I need to do this for my kid because my kid or all these other kids are doing it. It's ridiculous, man. That's the only reason why you're doing it for, man. And you're breaking yourself for that, and then you're stressing yourself out because your kid not listening to you. Your kid's over there, you know, doing things that you don't allow in your house, and you're still rewarding them. It's ridiculous. All right, keep going on.
Okay. It's like I got a good question.
Oh, go ahead.
Um, I don't know if I remember this correctly, but speaking on pagan holidays and stuff, and this month specifically, they got that Thanksgiving coming up.
Right, right.
And the way the Thanksgiving came about was they celebrated every time they killed.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Native Americans.
Right.
And whatnot, right? I forgot which president it was, but he had to actually make it a law for them to celebrate it just for one day instead of every time they killed, they celebrated because they celebrated it so much.
Right. That's what I just said.
So much.
Right. That's exactly what I just said.
I just can't remember the name of the president that made it.
I think I want to say either Thomas Jefferson or George Washington. It was one of those ones.
Right.
Yeah, it was one of those.
He made it so that they can only celebrate it for one day out of that month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if not, it would have been every single day.
It would have been every day, man. It would have been for a whole month, man. Y'all wiped us out for a whole month. All of November, man. Right. Y'all wiped us out. All of November. Crazy. November was the most, like November was when y'all really got in and just started. Because we finally started getting weak. Because it was around the cold time. We were sitting there, all of our, y'all done killed all of our resource. Yeah, the buffalo was our main resource, man. Our clothes, our food, you know, how we made our weapons and everything, man. And y'all killed, and I mean, y'all didn't even kill them to use them. Y'all just killed them for fun and just put them in a big old pile in front of our in front of our area. Like, what you gonna do with this? And I mean, not just kill them and like y'all killed them and left them and showed us while they was rotten, so we couldn't do nothing with it.
Right.
We couldn't do nothing with it.
And Native Americans used to sit there and take the buffalo all the way down to
you gotta speak up.
Huh?
You gotta speak up.
Oh, sorry. They took the buffalo and they made everything out of it. We took the meat for sustenance. They took the skin for clothing. They took the bones for jewelry and weapons and whatnot. So what they did was they took majority of what we used and just paraded it around like, ha ha ha.
Right.
I did this. Now you can't do anything.
Right.
Then they passed on diseases and all types of things. You know what I'm saying? That still killed us off. And then they paraded around and happily celebrated it to the point where even the Edomite that was with them got tired of it. Was like, look.
Nah, he didn't even get tired of it. He just was like, this is ridiculous. We're getting drunk every night. Like, right. It wasn't even that he got tired of it. It just was like, okay, like.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, it's enough of celebrating every day of the week. Every day of this month. Let's just make it one day.
Man, just make it one day. But yeah, no, and like I say, man, if it was like, he still wouldn't have cared. But at the same time, it was like, man, we can't. Like, it's ridiculous that we're doing this, you know. And now, like I say, not even a ridiculous, like, you know, like
Like he
Just
got the
sad.
punches.
Right. Yeah, exactly. He was just saying that because he was getting old and he couldn't hang, but he wanted to drink.
Like,
he wanted to drink with him, but he was like,
be some native
yeah,
women and some dang alcohol.
Right.
But y'all doing it too much.
Exactly. It's like, man, it's like the next time we go to battle, man, I might not even be right.
Right.
You know, because like, God damn. You know, like I can't anymore. But you know, like I said, that's the oppressor we're dealing with, man. That's this cunning beast, man, of the field that we're dealing with, man. And they're still cunning because they still gotta sleep with all these pagan holidays. And you're celebrating things that your people was murdered on. You're celebrating things to where your kids were murdered. Your women were raped. Your kids were raped, man. And they got you celebrating this and they're laughing at you. No, you're making them rich off of something stupid, man. Go ahead.
There's something else that I'm not understanding completely. So, we got the famous singer, Kanye, right? Rapper, Slack. He finally came out and started telling the truth about what's going on behind the scenes, and now our people are going off and going against him. Why is that?
We'll get into that next week. I don't even because that's gonna bring me off subject. Let's not even start that. Let's just keep it on these holidays. All right, keep going.
Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them.
That sounds like Christmas right there. Because y'all say, oh, we're doing this for Christ. This is his birthday. You know, like this is the most high begotten son. So, you know, this is his birthday. That's a bold-faced lie, man. Christmas is for Nimrod. I showed y'all that last time. Go look at my last thing on holidays. Nimrod. Look up Nimrod. See when he was born. No, or December 25th, man. Who did? Nimrod, man. His name is Nimrod. He was born December 25th. Check it out. Look at it. Look at it, man. Go research. Do your research. Do your homework, man. Christ was born in Christ was born in tax season. Tax season is around April, May, springtime.
It doesn't even give an actual date.
It doesn't give an actual date when he was born. Because we don't celebrate birthdays.
Right.
We don't celebrate birthday. Christ don't even celebrate his birthday. Because it wasn't even in the Bible. It was just a time of the year. And they said it was around tax time. And think about it. If tax time was in the cold winter, you know how many people would not make it there?
How many people would be slaughtered because they couldn't pay their taxes?
Yeah, during the winter time, your crops are not growing well.
Right. You don't have no sell anything.
You trying to travel. Because people was bringing it wherever they were. They were bringing it over to whoever was the Romans. So they was bringing it to the Roman Empire around that time.
Right.
You think you can travel from Oregon to Rome because we didn't have mail like that back in the day. And even if we did, you think this mailman can carry all this stuff through winter and make it there safely?
Through the ships.
Through all that.
Carriage rides. Through the snow.
You're not. No, come on, man. Be smarter than that, y'all. Please, man. Please be smarter than that. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. You cannot sit there and think that Christ was born. It says the tax time. They didn't change the tax time. Because in springtime, it's not too hot and it's not too cold. people can travel, people can rest for a second, and people can get back up if it's raining a little hard. They can, but their crops are getting good. Everything is, they're getting really good water, and they're getting really good sun during the springtime.
It's harvest time.
Everything is working out perfect. Like I say, man, the Edomite, the oppressor, is a cunning man. In Rome, they were cunning. They knew what time the crops were good. They knew what time to bring your best to show their king that you respected his rulership. So miss me with all that. Christ was born on the 25th, man. December 25th. Miss me with that, man. It was Nimrod. And Nimrod's mother. But he hates and he despises your feast days. He's not taking in your burnt offering that you're making. Anything that you say you're doing for Christ and you're not doing only high holy days that I must have mentioned at the end of class, he does not care about it. He just don't care about it, man. He hates it. He despises it, man. Go ahead.
Neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo. Of your fat beast. He's talking about that swine, man. Because buffalo, bison, and cows, man, they not fat. That's all muscle. That's all good meat. But he brung that out because swine is one of the main things that these Edomites try to feed us, and they love their bacon. They love their pork chops.
They chitlins.
They love. Yeah, the only thing that we make them like a freaking pig was chitlins, because they eat that now because we done spiced that thing up, and But I used to.
They used to give us that because that's all they thought a slave was worth, and then a slave sat there and spruced it up and made it really delicious.
Made it fire.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they was like, okay, you need to come in the house and make that for me now. But yeah, man, like he doesn't care about that fat beast, man, because y'all always gotta have ham on that table.
Right, you gotta have that.
You gotta have your Christmas ham. You gotta have your Thanksgiving ham. You gotta have ham on Easter. You gotta have ham on.
And the sad part is, they use ham in almost the majority of the food.
Yeah, they do.
The ham that's on the thing with the pineapples and the candy cherries,
right?
And then you got the chitlins.
My Cuban people, that pig skin that y'all be making.
What is it called? It's that goddamn shit that it's like pork crackle.
Yeah, exactly.
Chicharron or something like that.
It's pork skin. They love that, man. Our people, man, and like I say, he don't care about that, man. And he really hates when you make pork and you say, and you try to bless pork in his name, man.
Right, thank you, Heavenly Father.
It's an unclean beast, man, and it is an abomination to your body when you eat it. Even touch it.
That's in Deuteronomy.
You have to shower after you touch a dead pig. You can have a pet. You can have a pet pig, but once that pig dies, you better put your gloves on, grab 3 bags, wrap that bad boy up. Try not to let it touch any of your clothing, your skin, or anything. Throw that away and throw everything that you touch that thing with away, and still go in the house and shower. Because that is an unclean beast and it is an abomination to your body, man. That pig is made to be a earth cleaner.
And the sad part is, if a pig dies, the other pigs is just gonna do what? Eat it.
They don't care, man. You can't eat things that. Yeah, no. Well, go ahead, keep going on.
23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
Woo! Joy to the world, the Lord is come. What?
Yo.
The Lord's coming to knock your head off, man. What are you singing to him for, you damn Edomite? It's like it. But no, man. All that. All those songs you're singing there talking about Christ, yeah, all your Christmas songs, man. And they're mostly all to Christ. Little Drummer Boy, all those songs, man. It's BS, man. Because you're not doing it for Christ, man. All this stuff was made for Nimrod, man, and they switched it up on you. They switched it just to make you feel like you're doing something good. And you guys are just gobbling it up out of their hands. Being poor, being broke.
If they don't want to take our word for it, why don't they go watch the Boondocks? You got a whole full episode of it.
No, don't even watch the Boondocks, man. Just do your research.
Right.
That's all you need to do, man. You can look all this up, man. That's all the ISUPK do, man. We look this up, and we bring it to you guys, and we match it up with the Bible, man.
Right.
We match everything we say with the Bible. Everything we talk about, we can prove it in the Bible, and we can show you that this is a real thing as well. You have the same internet I have. You have the same Google that I have. Stop listening to your pastor. Stop listening to your priest. Stop listening to those people in church. Stop listening to those people on the street if they're not the UPK, man. They're feeding you lies, and all they want is your money. Watch how it changes when you come and actually be a part of the UPK, man. It's a glorious thing. You get a new skin, a new name, a new self-preservation. It's just beautiful. The water to Commander Junior. Keep going.
There's a word in this that I ain't
know. Go ahead.
For I will not hear the melody of thy VIOLS.
Where's it at?
Right
there. Vows. Yeah. So he's not hearing any of that, man. All those Christmas songs that y'all singing to him, all those, Thanksgiving prayers you're saying to him, all those, whatever, man. Whatever you're doing on these pagan holidays, man, he's not digging it. And y'all know the most holiday that y'all sing on, man. He's speaking about this, man. This is in Amos, man. They was doing this back in Amos, man. In the time of Amos. Way back then, they was doing the same thing. Like I say, Nimrod, man. And Nimrod was what? How far? Nimrod was like what? Not Deuteronomy, but he was back there. Nimrod was back there, man.
I think it was in Deuteronomy.
Yeah, right? About there, yeah. Yeah, man. So all this stuff is, ain't nothing new under the sun to the Most High. And this is why he started writing it, because he starts seeing it. He was like, okay, I see what's going on. And he brings out more. Okay, this is not right. This shouldn't be done. This shouldn't be done. This shouldn't be done. And y'all celebrating these pagan holidays, man. It should not be done. Keep going.
That was it on that.
Now I'm going all the way to 26. Keep going.
All the way to 26?
God.
Salaki. The Nimrod thing goes all the way up to Revelation.
Okay.
It's brought up in Revelation, so.
All right. Go ahead. Keep reading, Amos.
24. But let judgment run down as waters, and righteousness as a mighty stream.
Woo. Let judgment run down. And you know what I'm talking about, man. Because y'all judge us because we're righteous and we don't celebrate these holidays. but also the judgment on you guys that are celebrating these holidays. Like I say, your children are getting molested by their uncles, by their cousins. You're getting into a fight with your brother, your sister, your nephew, your aunties, your uncles. All this because y'all act like y'all love each other. You guys are all trying to come together because it's beautiful holiday. I got to be there. My mother want me there. My grandma want me there. But I hate so many other people there. But I'm doing this just because everybody else is doing it. And if I don't do it, then grandma gonna be like, why? Oh, I'll talk to them, honey. It's not gonna happen. Grandma, who you gonna stop? How you gonna stop a grown man when they get mad and drunk? And all those feelings start boiling up, and all that, and they're drunk, they're high, they're off of all these drugs. They're off of all these drugs. How are you gonna stop them, grandma? They might even slap you, grandma. They might even slap you for trying to push up on them. And now the person that loves their grandma so much or their mom so much, now somebody's pulling a gun. Now you got a death at this beautiful, amazing holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter Sunday. Now somebody's dead. But y'all all family. Y'all all love each other. This is the time of love. This is the kind of, what's that word I just used in there? This is the kind of, read that word again, in 24.
Judgment. That's
the judgment that y'all get, man. That's the true judgment that y'all get. Keep going on.
Let's slide here. Actually,
Speak up.
I used to have a homie that told me every time he go out there to the pagan holidays with his family, he only went out there just for the drama. You know what I'm saying? He's like, that's the only reason why I go. I don't like nobody, but I go out there because I want to hear and see what's going to happen this year.
That's ridiculous, man. Because you know something's about to happen.
Right.
I hear it so many times from my Hispanic friends, from my black friends, I wish I had more Native Indian friends. I ain't gonna lie, I don't. But I got black, and I'm talking about in the world. Stop your side conversations. I'm talking about in the world though. In the world, I wish I had more Native Indian friends. I don't. But in the world, I got a bunch of Hispanic friends. I grew up with a bunch of Hispanic people. I grew up with a bunch of black people. And I heard these stories. And I listen to people even now to this day when I'm in the UPK, and now it makes more sense why y'all don't have fun. Back in the day, I used to be like, man, I know my family do the same thing, and I just wish that we can actually have a good holiday this time. I wish that grandma didn't curse out such and such. You know, auntie and uncle didn't always fight because of they want to know who's gonna get the most money, from grandma and grandpa when they pass. Why y'all even talk about grandma and grandpa passing? Like that's something stupid. Like this,
Right. The inheritance.
Right. No, they was fighting about things like that. We young, man. I mean, me and the grandchildren young. We running around, and we can just see that the energy is bad.
Right.
We sensed it, but we young. Our brothers was getting us high in the back room, so we didn't care. We was just happy that they wasn't mad or they wasn't noticing that we was getting high.
Right.
But it's things like that, man. It's like, why? Like, you guys are fighting for something that is not even true, and then you're hurting your own self just because you gotta be there. You're breaking yourself. You're making your kids spoiled.
Kid bad all year long.
All year long, disrespectful.
Here,
But
son, I got you the best transformer.
You got to get them something, because if you don't get them something, and then they go to school and all the other kids are talking about, oh, look at this new thing, look at this new thing, look at this new thing, and yes, your kid ain't got nothing to talk about. Now he want to shoot the school up.
He's getting picked on.
Now he's getting picked on. Go ahead, keep going on.
Have ye offered unto me sacrifices and offerings in the wilderness 40 years?
Woo, woo, woo,
O house of Israel?
Boy, say that again.
Have ye offered unto me sacrifices and offerings in the wilderness 40 years? House of Israel.
This is talking about the time of Moses, man. When Moses couldn't even get into the time. When Moses was walking around with everybody, he couldn't even get to the motherland. He couldn't even get to where we were supposed to be at Israel. For 40 years we walked around and we celebrated the high holy days. So he's saying, for 40 years, didn't y'all do these high holy days that I have written out for you? Ain't that what you celebrated? Oh, house of Israel, ain't this what you were celebrating? The Passover. You were celebrating the Passover. You wasn't celebrating Easter. You were celebrating the Passover, man. For 40 years in the wilderness, sacrificing goods, sacrificing your best while we was in the wilderness, man. We didn't even have nothing. We was always on the move. But we was still sacrificing our best for the Most High. Do y'all even understand that? Keep going, not. Actually, start that part over.
Have ye offered unto me sacrifices and offerings in the wilderness 40 years? O house of Israel?
Keep going.
But ye have borne the tabernacle of your Malach and Chewin, Chiyun.
These are heathens that we ran across in those 40 years. And after. And when he says the word born, this is B-O-R-N-E, right, Doc?
Yeah.
B-O-R-N-E, which pretty means transport or put something new in. So you know when they say, you got a transport, or you got that foreign. This is something that came from somewhere else. Like we transport Chinese cars. Oh, I already got it. We transport Chinese cars over to America. That's a transport. It's not made here. It's not of this nation of America, but we have it here now. So you was transporting the ideal and the idols of who? Malak and who?
Malak and Chiyun.
Malak and Chiyun. So you were bringing in all these falseness, all these other heathen gods into the tabernacle. And you were trying to worship these. And you were trying to bring these as your God because you can see these. You can feel this. You can feel Christmas. It's a Christmas tree. It's lights. It's this. It's beautiful. You get gifts. You give gifts. It sounds good. But that is the love, and that is the belief of other God. Every holiday is a birthday. Every holiday is a birthday. December 25th, Nimrod. Easter, It's the
Esther.
it's the birth of Esther. January 1st, New Year's, is Junus. That's their birthday. A new beginning and a new end. The door closes on the end and the new door opens on the beginning. You got something?
No.
Okay, but yeah, all those are birthdays, man.
I was thinking that we should just read 27 as well. You said till 26.
I know, but yeah. But born means transport. So you're transporting all these heathen holidays into what you already knew was wrong. Because we've been doing this for 40 years, man.
40.
As I said, for 40 years. For 40 years. We've been doing this for 40 years. We was in the wilderness for 40 years celebrating the high holy day, Passover. And then y'all started adding stuff. And the Most High despised it. He hated it. Like he does today. He hates your high holy days. He hates your feast days. I'm so lucky. He hates your holidays. He hates your feast days. He despised them. Go ahead.
Oh, it's like, no, I was thinking. I'll tell you after class. Your images, the star of your God, which ye made to yourselves.
There you go. The star of your God. What do you have on the top of that tree? It's the northern star. But what does it really represent, man? Because it doesn't represent the birth of Christ. It doesn't represent the birth of Christ. So 100%, what are you celebrating? Go look it up, man. Go right now. Look it up. Look whose birthday was born December 25th and see what his mom did to him or did for him when he died. His name is Nimrod. He was sleeping with his mom. His mom loved him disgustingly. And once he died, she felt like she couldn't find another. It was her son and her lover, so she wanted him to be remembered. So she made people decorate trees, put it in your house, and if you didn't, his spirit will come and kill you. There's another scripture in here where the Most High, or paraphrase, the Most High says, don't be afraid of the trees, man. You bolt them down to the floor, but they don't move. They don't have life. Well, go ahead, man. Like I said, look it up, man. I'm tired of looking up stuff for y'all, man. I'm just going to bring out the facts. And y'all, I'm going to have y'all do the research. Because it seemed like us doing the research for y'all, we make it too easy for y'all. Y'all don't see it yourselves. So I'm going to leave a little bit of mystery. I'm going to let you guys go look it up yourself. Like, what is he talking about? I don't think he know what he's talking about. Blah, blah, blah. He was right. Exactly, man. I'm ISUPK, man. We always right. And I'm proud to say that. We always right, man.
Yeah, right.
Come battle us.
Yeah, right.
Come conversate with us.
Yeah, right.
You gonna know the truth. I mean, even if you don't know the truth, if it hits you in your face, like your grandma used to say, you gonna know when you speak to a UPK member, man. Under Commander Junior Hanna, we don't fail. We train warriors, man. In these scriptures, in these streets, in the mind, in the body, and in the soul. We ready for war. Any way you want to bring it, man. Was that it on that?
There's still that last scripture.
Go ahead.
Read too.
Go ahead.
27. Therefore will I cause you to go into captivity
Mm.
beyond Damascus,
Woo!
saith the Lord.
That's what you're in now. You're in captivity because you have to buy this stuff. You have to do this. And you're already broke because you're 12 tribe of Israelite. You don't have no money. You don't have anything, man. And when you do have anything, you done sold your soul. You done sold your people out. Your kids are just ridiculously, disgustingly bad because you want to live like your oppressor. You want to live like your oppressor. Say that again, Doc.
Therefore will I cause you to go into captivity beyond Damascus, saith the Lord.
You think you rich. You think you anything. Look at our rich people right now. Look at Whitney Houston. Oh, you can't. She was a beautiful singer. But she was also a lesbian. She was also a crackhead, a druggie, a drunk. And she had kids and she killed herself. There's more. I just don't want to bring it out. It makes me sad. I hate when my people die because we're trying to live the life that the Edomites son gave us. The Edomites showed us. The American dream. Our people that are rich are not happy, man. They're not happy. They make it seem like they're happy, man, but they're not happy. All right, drop that. Go to Deuteronomy 18, start at 9 for me. Our people is not happy, man. And celebrating these holidays ain't making it no better. Because our rich is not happy, but then when our poor is celebrating these pagan holidays, man, we're not happy. Because we're breaking ourselves for no reason. We're breaking ourselves. Why? Why are you breaking yourself? To make the oppressor richer, man. You're not buying from your own people when you buy these things. You're buying from these big corporations that are not ran by anybody but the oppressor. Or other nations that are not helping us. The Chinese help the Chinese. The Arabs help the Arabs. The Africans help the Africans. You thought we're not African, man. We're not African, man. The Africans living lovely, man. That's why they got commercials and all that trying to help the poor parts of Africa. That's why you got rich people that has a little bit of money and that is somewhat, you know, and that are African or that are whatever. They go help out Africa, but they don't help out Michigan. They don't help out Flint, Michigan. They don't help out Detroit. They don't help out places that actual Israelites are, man. Why is that? Because you're not African. If you was African and you was out there in Detroit or if you was out there in Flint, Michigan, they would send help for you. But you're not African, so they don't care. They want to see you dying. They want to see you troubled. They want to see you loving them, celebrating their pagan holidays, but just hurting. You got the worst job. You're getting the worst paycheck. You can't make ends meet and you can't really do anything. So you're robbing, stealing, and killing just to buy your kid a pair of shoes on Christmas. Just to buy that big turkey dinner or that big Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving. Go ahead, Doc.
That's like that. I didn't say something.
Yeah.
So you said like our rich people trying to live the American dreams. We also have poor people trying to get to that status by destroying their own people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's what I
Selling
said. Right.
drugs, trying to get out the dang, get out of and make it big. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they still have to destroy your own people. While Chinese have their own freaking town inside your city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got Chinatown. They got Chinese restaurants going up and down the streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
In your neighborhoods.
Right, right. You got whole full African neighborhoods, Chinese neighborhoods.
Right.
I went into a neighborhood. We was looking at a house because we was moving, and it was nothing but Chinese people. And they was looking at us like we were strange. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they've never seen a black person before.
Right.
And then we moved into a spot, and it was nothing but Arabs and Africans. Right? They called the police on us so much we moved within a week. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't want us there.
Right. You got Deuteronomy 18 and 9.
Okay.
Now go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy 18, verse 9. When thou art coming to the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abominations of those nations.
Do not do the abominations after those nations, man. These other nations celebrate birthdays. We don't. These other nations celebrate pagan holidays. We don't. These other nations eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobsters. We're not supposed to. These other nations love orgies and homosexuality. We're not supposed to. The Bible don't change, man. What happens in the Old Testament is still structured in the New Testament. Nothing new under the sun, man. Keep going.
There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination or observer of times, or an enchanter or a witch.
This sounds like Halloween to me, man.
You might as well go ahead and keep going to 11.
This sounds like Halloween. This sounds like Halloween, man. I already know. Oh, I know. Man, this is UPK, man.
We know this stuff.
We know this stuff, man. But boy, that sounds like Halloween, man. Back in the day when I was growing up, it was razors and other types of drugs. And right. Our parents, needles, and they're injecting it with drugs from the needle, and you gotta make sure you can the wrapper is good, and man, I know the Most High was looking out for me because my parents wasn't. I know the Most High had to be looking out for me because my parents wasn't, man. I found out, man, my kids don't go to Halloween. One, because the Most High doesn't recommend doing Halloween, man.
Right.
And two, you're playing Russian roulette with your kid. You're playing Russian roulette with your kid. You're putting them through the ring of fire. And you're putting them through the ring of fire. Sometimes they die, sometimes they don't. But man, if you go to that pastor, if you go to a Christian church, you go to anywhere else, they just say, oh, you didn't have faith. Nah, in the UPK, you took your kid out knowing that there's drugs. And now they got this thing, fentanyl. They got this fentanyl that they're putting in candy. And a lot of people say it even looks like candy. You can pretty much exchange it for Smarties. It looks just like Smarties that come in that pack. And I ain't gonna even lie, I love Smarties. I tear some Smarties up. And they said that's what fentanyl looks like. It's colorful just like that. And on top of that, they're spraying the candy too. And you, man, look at pictures. Look at videos. Look at videos of what do you call it? Policemen checking weed, seeing how much weed is it like this person has that's been sprayed or infused with fentanyl. They have on industrial gloves. They're not even putting it to their face. They have industrial gloves on. They're checking the weed. They touch the weed, and like 5 seconds later, they drop, pass the fuck out. They pass out. They pass out. Because this fentanyl is something crazy. I just at my job, these people was snorting fentanyl and overdosing. You can overdose on fentanyl so fast. The ambulance came in and they was like, yeah, this is the third call we had today of this stuff. And these are grown folks. So think about what this is going to do to your kid. And you're playing Russian roulette with your kid. Just to get free candy? Just so he can dress up as an Edomite or a Hamite? To say, oh, we did something? My kids didn't go out. My kids didn't get no candy from strangers. Go ahead. Speak up.
There was also that scare back in the day where somebody with infectious blood was injecting it into the candy and passing
Good
it
night.
out. And kids were contracting AIDS and HIV.
Good night.
And dying from the shit.
I don't know if y'all heard that. This brother just said, man, this person was infected with HIV and other freaking blood-related diseases and was injecting it in candy, and kids was getting
contracting it.
Yeah, contracting it and getting it and dying from it. I ain't playing Russian roulette with my kids, man. That's just disgusting, man. Y'all got them dressing up as witches, as demons.
It'd be perfect to go into the scripture now, or a charmer, or a consultant.
Right, and the charmers is all you moms, man. All you moms out there that got these kids, all you moms out there, and y'all want to dress up as sexy nurses, sexy witches, sexy bunnies, sexy kitties, and just thinking that's something just good to do, man. It's disgusting. Because your daughter's looking at you coming home all slutted out. And when she just can't wait to get older to wear the same outfit you wore. To be a whore as well. Go ahead, keep going.
Or a wizard, or a necromancer.
Is that the end of 11? Yeah, man. Y'all are disgusting with these holidays, man. These pagan holidays, you guys are disgusting, man. Grown-ass people want to dress up as stupid things. That's ridiculous, man. All right, let me get 1 John 5. I'll start at 17.
You said 1 John?
1 John
5?
Con.
17.
God, it's just ridiculous, man. I don't understand. I don't understand it, man. You tell your kids all the time, don't take candy from a stranger. But this one day you're knocking on tons of strangers' door. The kid don't know this kid from anything. And a lot of you parents don't even go out with your kids because y'all want to go slut it up. So you send the kids with their older brother or whatever. And
there's a costume party. Let me go and go to the costume party.
Oh man, I forgot I brought this out last time. I just want to bring this out one more time because I don't think this video got out. You know how many times in small towns sisters done hooked up with brothers done hooked up with moms, daughters done hooked up with dads. Because y'all went to this costume party with these masks on. Nobody told each other that they were going there. Nobody told them what outfit they were wearing.
9 months later, 10 months later.
9 months later, the dad done got the daughter pregnant. The brother done got the sister pregnant. The brother done got the mom pregnant. And it's like, what?
It's hilarious. Your baby come out retarded.
And this happens so much. It's like, okay, let's still have this party, but let's if we stay in this house and we're a family, we're mom, dad, sister, brother, like let's tell each other what we're wearing at least. No, it takes the fun out of it. Disgusting, man. These are the people that you want to image. These are the people that you want to mimic. These are the holidays that you love. You're disgusting, man. Go ahead, give me first, John. Or did you have something?
No, I was gonna comment on that, saying that like that didn't make sense at all. You know
None.
Y'all pretty much live together. Y'all, mom, I'm going to this party. Yeah, all right, I'll see you later. And then you leave, and then they go like, oh shit, there's a party going on. Let me go ahead and go to another party. But you end up at the same party, and then now you don't know who the baby daddy is. 9 months later, your baby come out retarded and deformed, and you wondering what's going on. And they got the same chromosomes and DNA that's like 99% you and your father.
Disgusting. Stupid. Disgusting. All right, go ahead. Read that John for me. Out.
Oh. 1 John chapter 5, verse 17.
Okay.
All unrighteousness is sin. Woo. And there is a sin not unto death.
A little bit. A little bit.
No. And there is a sin not unto death, meaning that they all lead to death.
Start it over again. Just a little bit.
All.
Just a tiny.
All.
A minimal.
All.
What about 2/3?
No. All. I don't think you understand. All, meaning every last one. Slag it.
Go ahead.
All unrighteousness
is
sin.
So therefore, every last one of these pagan holidays are unrighteous. So it is a sin because one, we don't celebrate birthdays. And every last one of these pagan holidays is a birthday. It's celebrating some fake god, some amazing person at their time, is celebrating their birthdays. That's all these pagan holidays are. It's either a fake god birthday or somebody that was extraordinary birthday. And an extraordinary, like I say, like somebody thought this. Like I say, Nimrod's mom. I'm just use that for example because I've been talking about him. But Nimrod's mom, he was extraordinary to her because that was her son and her lover. So when he died, and then at the same time, a mom, if their kid dies before them, they want some type of amazing memorial for their kid. But now think about it. It's your kid and it's your lover, and then he dies before you die. Oh, that did something to that mom. Crazy. So she came up with this big thing because then at the same time he was an amazing hunter. The woods was his playground. Look it up, man. Look it up. The woods was Nimrod's playground. That man can hunt down anything, track anything. He was amazing in the woods. So she was like, okay, a tree. A tree is a symbol of the woods, and he loved the woods. That's where Christmas came from. So celebrating birthdays, that's already a sin, because we don't celebrate birthdays. Christ don't even celebrate his birthday. We don't even know the day that Christ was born. Go ahead, keep going.
And there is a sin not unto death.
There is a sin not unto death. So every sin at the end of the day is going to lead to death. It's going to lead to death.
It's like all the words are
Lead to but yeah. Didn't just what? Yeah, this pretty much happened on Halloween. Takeoff just died. And on top of Takeoff just died. Migos. Nah, bro. I'm done. I'll talk to him in a second. But yeah, so Takeoff just died. That's a big act. That's somebody big. That's the Migos people. Takeoff, Quavo, and Offset. So Takeoff was the youngest one, and that was around Halloween. And I bet you he was dressed up as something. Somebody came up in a Houston party, started shooting, and he was one of the members that got killed. And then I just got a call today. A close brother, a close brother to my family got killed as well. Same day as Takeoff. Halloween. Celebrating Halloween. So you might not think it's a big thing. And then the countless of kids that died off of this fentanyl, of back in the day, off of these razors and these drugs, and somebody putting their blood when they were contaminated with some type of disease, just because they were mad that they were homosexual or whatever, and they got this disease, and so they gave it to kids because they didn't want to live by themselves with this. All these deaths, man. Christmas. A lot of people die on Christmas. Robbery, drunk, car wrecks. Crashing in the snow.
Hey, how did that song go? Dashing through the snow.
Crashing in the snow.
That's right.
Yes, sir. I knew you was going. Valentine's is a good one, man. Valentine's, a female or a nigga think that, oh, this is my love. This is the love of my life. Come home and has a rude awakening. Oh, I'm gonna get off early and surprise my girl with these flowers.
Come home. That dude that was showing her more attention than you was, because you working
extra hard, getting her all this stuff.
And then she over there cheating with the dude that was her friend in the bed.
Boy, oh boy. Yeah, a lot of murders happen on Valentine's Day. Yeah. St. Patrick's Day, a lot of murders happen on St. Patrick's Day. Because St. Patrick's Day is the day to get drunk. Right. And you know what happened when people get drunk.
They want to go drive.
Not even that. A lot of fellas come out on St. Patrick's Day, man.
Yeah, that too.
Because one is actually It's actually a little bit after Valentine's Day.
Right.
So a lot of feelings is coming out on St. Patrick's Day, man. It's not a it's I mean it's a big sin because you're celebrating birthdays. And you're celebrating other God's birthdays, which the Most High despises of as well. Keep going, Doc.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Are you done with 17?
Yeah.
Okay, jump to 19 for me, Doc.
Verse 19. And we know that we are of God, and the whole world lieth in wickedness.
That's UPK, baby. That's UPK all the way, man. Because we know that we're with the Most High.
That's right.
Because we follow every last law and commandment in this Bible, man.
If we don't, that's because we don't know it, and we don't learn it and still follow.
No, because we know it. It's installed in us.
Right.
Because we go through class. Now, I mean, because I'm an officer. If you're an officer, you know all the laws already.
No, I'm talking about the ones that are coming in and they want to.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, they just learn it. But I'm talking about as officers.
Right. As officers, we should know the law.
Oh, yeah.
Uphold it.
Exactly. But yeah, man. We are of the Most High. And we believe in the Most High.
Right.
And we trust in the Most High. Go ahead and read that again.
And we know that we are of God, and the whole world lieth in wickedness.
And we know that y'all lieth in wickedness, the whole world of America. Because world is just mean age and society. So the age and society of America, we know is wicked. For one, they keep our people down. For two, this whole land was built off of us. Natives, blacks, and Hispanics.
Right.
And they still treat us like we're nothing. Right. And then they make you go and love these holidays, these pagan holidays that don't celebrate anything but wicked gods that they believe in. Go ahead, Art. Keep going. 21. 2:21. So read 20 and then 21.
Oh, okay. And we know that the Son of God is come and hath given us an understanding that we may know him that is true.
We.
And we are in him that is true.
So the Son of God, that's Christ.
I haven't even got to that part.
I know.
That's the next line.
Oh, I know. The Son of God, that's Christ, man. And Christ celebrated the high holy days as the Most High instructed us to do. He didn't follow these pagan holidays. He didn't follow birthdays. Go ahead.
Even in his Son, Jesus Christ.
That's right.
This is the true God and eternal life. Little children.
No, that's it. That's 21.
That's 21. You told me 21.
Okay, go ahead.
Little children, keep yourselves from idols. Amen.
Keep yourself from idols, man. This Santa Claus. The Santa Claus, man.
Jack-o'-lantern, pumpkin man. Fucking Cupid on Halloween. Valentine's Day.
All of these idols, man. Because every pagan holiday is celebrating a fake god, which is an idol. You're celebrating the Christmas tree on Christmas. You're celebrating the presents under the Christmas tree on Christmas. You're celebrating this turkey. You're celebrating death on Thanksgiving. You're celebrating your loved one that you think you love or you think that loves you on Valentine's Day. But you're also celebrating who's the god of Valentine's Day? I forgot her name. I'll look that up for y'all next time. But actually, y'all, like I said, y'all look it up. Y'all look it up. All these holidays, man, there is a god behind, a false god behind all these holidays, man. Like I said, if it's not a false god, then it is a person that was well known and respected and scared of, um, or feared, and they celebrate them because of that. But all these pagan holidays are idols that you're celebrating that has nothing to do with the Bible, that has nothing to do with Christ, that has nothing to do with Yahweh Shah, or Salaki Yahweh, the Most High. God. Valentina. The why. I knew it was something with the Valentine in there. I just didn't want to say it wrong. But Valentina. It's a god Valentina, man. A lot of these are from Greek. Some of them are from the Egyptians. So Roman Egyptians, man. Let's look up these pagan holidays, and then just they're gonna match up with either Rome or Egypt. Yeah. But after some of them from Egypt went to Rome, and then Rome picked up his own, and then when America came, America picked up Rome and Egypt. So you will see that every pagan holiday that goes on in America are combined from Egypt and Rome. Keep our that was 21. All right, let me get Revelations 18. Start at 4. This is what the Most High need us to do as Israel, as a nation. First, we need to gather together. We need to gather together, O nation not desired. And after we gather together,
Zephaniah.
that's Zephaniah 2:1.
Right.
Zephaniah 2:1. I'm not gonna bring you there though, because I already know. We all know that one by heart. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourself together, O nation not desired.
And then there's Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of
knowledge. All right.
Those two together.
Give me Revelations 18:4.
The book of Revelations, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people."
Come out of her, my people. This is talking to the tribe of. This is talking to the nation of Israel. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. No, he didn't. He said, "Come out of her."
My people.
My people.
His people.
His people. And then where was we at? We were in Amos when he said 40 days, nation of Israel. O nation of Israel. So this is his people. Come out of her, my people. And who is her? Keep going, huh?
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
Don't be partakers of her sins, man. Who are we talking about? Keep going, huh?
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
Don't receive of her plagues. Don't receive of her plagues, man. HIV.
So Babylon the Great was mentioned earlier in the scriptures.
Right.
Going down, it doesn't.
Yeah, no, I know. This is the same thing. Come out of her. Keep going.
For her sins have reached unto heaven.
Woo.
And God hath remembered her iniquities.
Yes, he did. All the things that America done did to us, the Most High remembers that. He doesn't forget. The UPK doesn't forget. Why do we have to forget about what happened to our ancestors on these slave ships? But then the Jewish, the Amaleks, they don't have to forget about the Holocaust. How come we got to forget about what happened to our black people on these streets nowadays But the Edomites, America, don't have to forget about 9/11.
Right. That was planned by the government too.
They don't have to forget about Pearl Harbor. They don't have to forget about they don't have to forget about any of their losses. They get to rejoice those and remember those as much as possible. As soon as we want to say something about slavery and bring that up, it's
But that was so long ago.
that was so long ago. Everything's changed now.
It's not the same.
You're not happy now, and now they're even trying to change it in the books. They're trying to change the wording of we wasn't slaves back then. We were I forgot the word. I'll bring that up to you when I break this down. I had to find that word that they used. It was
Refugees?
nah. It was something I can't remember the word, but it means that we took on, or we were working to pay off us moving somewhere with no money to get established. I can't remember the word. I was watching. I don't want to. I'll get in this. I'll get it. I'll get it. Next class. All right, keep going.
I kind of want to read it. I want to know what it is.
I'll send you the class.
Okay.
Keep going. Where you at?
Let's like going back to where I was. Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Where you at?
6.
Okay, come.
And double unto her, double according to her works.
This is how the Most High is gonna come back to this place. And what place is he talking about? All right, keep going.
Okay. And the cup which she hath filled to her double.
Keep going.
How much she hath glorified herself.
Woo.
And lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, am now no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Where you at now?
8. Therefore.
No, you're 2 out right there.
Okay.
Actually, what does they say? Go ahead.
It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine.
Right. Okay. So that hasn't came yet. So I wanted to stop at 7 because 8 ain't came yet, but it's going to. That's talking about America. Because no matter how much we suffer, how much we choose to try to forgive this place for everything and love this place for everything, America is not satisfied until we're dead. America is not satisfied until we are begging for our lives. I think Ezekiel is going to be... Yeah, go to Ezekiel 37, start at 19. America's not going to be happy, but she feels like she has won. And America feels like she can't fall. She is the queen right now. Go ahead. Yep.
Ezekiel 37:19. Say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows, and will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah.
Whew. Okay.
And make them one stick.
And make them one stick, man. This is what we got to do when we come out of her. We got to come together. O nation not desire. We have to come together so we can be whole again. So we can be Israel again. Keep going.
And they shall be one in mine hand.
Damn right. And they will be one in the Most High's hand. We are his chosen people, man. And we are fallen because we do not care. We keep falling because we want to love America. We are fallen because we celebrate these pagan holidays and we're not getting into these scriptures and we're not getting into our high holy days that the Most High gave us. Keep going. Where you at?
That was the end of that one. Do you want me to go ahead and read the next one?
20 and 21.
And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen.
Woo!
Whether they be gone.
He will take us from among the heathen. He will take us from among the heathen. That is America, man. We are in the land of the heathen right now. This is not our place. Their holidays are not what we're supposed to be celebrating. Nothing that they do, we should be doing. Keep going.
Whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land.
Is that 21?
Yeah, I should read 22 too.
What does it say?
And I will make them in one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel.
Nah, that's too hard.
And one king.
That's too hard. Let's go to Hebrews 10 and 25.
What is this? Hebrews 10 and 25.
Give me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, man. Come out of her. She is disgusting. And then another thing, man, on top of that, before we get to this next Hebrews one, I just thought about something as I went out there. Her cups filleth over and runneth over, man, because and she thinks she can't be touched because she have you celebrating things that your people were killed on. She has you celebrating things. America have you celebrating things that they doctored into our head, and we're not smart enough to break free from it. That's why the ISUPK do what we do, man. That's why the ISUPK is here. We will answer all your questions, man. All you got to do is open your ears and close your head. Close your mouth. Fully understand what's going on, man. Go ahead. Hebrews 10 and 25.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 10, verse 25. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. For if we sin willfully after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
So y'all watching these classes, y'all are listening to these classes, but y'all still want to celebrate Christmas. Y'all still want to celebrate Halloween. Y'all gonna get hit the hardest. The people that's teetering and don't want to fully fall into the truth, but they know about it. I have a lot of I got so many homies, man. Before I got to the UPK, man, it was about me and 3 other cats. We were all finding out the truth all at the same time. We used to meet up at the homie house, we used to smoke, and we used to watch scriptures. Something told me to sit back and pray. So I started praying. And my prayer every night was, show me the way. Show me exactly where I'm supposed to be. Help me understand this a lot more. I lived in Portland. I had a chance to come to Eugene. I took it. I ran into Precinct Officer Debar Moth and Precinct Officer Lamaki Allah. And that's when I joined the UPK. And I started hollering at my brothers. I started hollering at the brothers that jumped in here with me, that was on this journey with me. And I was like, yo, man, I think I found it, man. I prayed for it. The Most High answered, and he sent me some people to teach me more about this. And they started saying, "Oh man, I'll just read the Bible, man. I understand it myself, man. I don't want them to fill my head up with such and such and this and that and this." And then I started thinking, like, what do you mean? Like, we were watching videos. So how are they filling your head up more than you watching videos? It's pretty much the same thing. You're watching videos. We were watching videos because we didn't know. We knew the Bible because we all was in church, but we didn't know the Bible like they were breaking it down. But now I tell you that I'm with the ISUPK, the truth, and I'm telling you things that they're breaking down to me. But then there's like, nah, man, because they say you can't smoke weed and all this and stuff, and it doesn't say that in the Bible. So I broke that scripture out for them. It's like, nah, that don't mean that. I was like, bro, I just broke it down for you. Just like they broke it down to me. That's why I don't smoke weed no more. Nah, bro, you tripping, man. Nah. That's why I just want to self teach myself. Now them brothers now, man, they don't look too good. They're in and out of relationships. Their children are doing whatever, whatnot. And I'm doing pretty good, man. Because I stuck to this truth, man. When the Most High sent me what I asked for, man, I hit the ground running with it, yo. That just comes to show, man. Right now, man, if you're listening to this truth and you're following what the UPK is saying, but you don't want to actually come in here, and at the same time you don't want to adhere to their words and at least start sticking to the commandments, the laws and statutes, then you're gonna get it the worst, man. All right, where you at now? Get me to Ezekiel 37 and start at 7. Ezekiel 37. Oh, actually, Salakia. No, Salakia. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Not Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiastes in the regular Bible. 12 and 13.
Okay. Cool.
You got it?
Okay.
Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Woo! Fear God and keep his commandments, man. That is the whole conclusion of our life. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. This is right. That's the whole conclusion of our life. That's the duty of a man to do. That is what you're here for. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, man. And the best way to do it, man, is just join this ISUPK, man. Get into this truth. Start learning who you are. Fight for something that matters. Change yourself. Become a damn warrior in this truth, man. Is that it?
It says, for this is the whole duty of man.
This is the whole duty of man.
And you said you
I got too much scriptures. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, 12 and 13. Baba Kashar.
Why don't we go to the conclusion before we finish?
Oh, because I just want them to know.
Okay. You said 12 and 13 or 13
and 12 and 13.
Okay. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? Or any such as come nigh wild beasts?
Is that
14?
Yep.
So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity?
Keep going.
For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. I mean, you won't follow you,
right? Right. Keep going.
An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into the pit.
Woo!
Into a pit.
That's right.
He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Good night.
Keep going.
Do y'all, no, right there. Do y'all understand what just happened? Do y'all understand what this is saying? Man, I wish I had a class somebody could start asking some questions. But it's all right. I'm gonna break it down. Go ahead, read it from what? Read it from 13 again.
Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent?
Who will pity it? So this is your pastors telling you that it's okay to celebrate all these pagan holidays. It's okay to eat pig, pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Keep going.
Okay. Or any such as come nigh wild beasts.
All right, come near this beast, man. Go ahead.
So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins.
So now you know that this preacher is lying, but you still want to follow him. Keep going.
Who will pity?
Now nobody's going to pity you. The UPK is not going to pity you. The UPK is not going to pity you, man. Because he's following the Edomite, the oppressor, and you're following him, knowing that it's a lie. Keep going.
For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry.
So now, just like a pastor, I just seen this post. The pastor was like, "You gonna come mess up my energy." Right after church, somebody's gonna come up and ask me to help them with their rent. After church, you messing up my energy. Like, what does that mean? Ain't that what tithes are for? Tithes are to help the people that can't help themselves.
No, that's why they put end offering. Go to collect.
You feel me? Keep going.
For a while an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
Boy, don't them patches sound good though? Because right when you came in that church, oh, this church is to help people. This church is, this church is different from other churches. We help the community. We care about our people. We care about the people that is here and that ain't here. We care about the people that can help and that can't help. We love everybody. We love everybody. What was you about to say?
Not just to piggyback on what you're saying, but they still got ATMs in front of the church when you first come to the door. Yeah,
they don't take cards there.
Or there was this one church that I went to go ahead and tie everything together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because their words are smooth as butter, and you won't get pity shown to you because now you know better.
Right.
This pastor came out of nowhere. It was like, if you got problems, bring it to church. If you got a weed problem, bring it to church. But it says it's a sin to smoke. You know what I'm saying? So he's telling us we can go ahead and bring that sin in the church. And we're going to go ahead and keep going.
So he said bring the weed to the church.
Yeah. He said if you have a weed addiction, bring your weed to church. If you're an alcoholic, bring your beer to church.
You gotta take that to the back and be like, thank you.
The funny thing is, ridiculous. I was asleep and woke up clapping.
I'm done.
Yo,
my mom keep going.
Never went back.
I heard that. Keep going.
But in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit.
Now he don't like you because you're starting to see that he is a BSer.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you still are trying to find something good in that church. And I hear that a lot too. A lot of people are trying to still find something good in the church because their grandma went to this church. Their grandpa went to their church. Their mom went to this church and they loved them so much that it can't be such a lie. Because my grandma was here for so long and she believed in every word that was said in this church. Go ahead.
He will weep with his eyes.
But now, And the pastor sort of feels you. He's gonna be crying for you. You know, you lost your grandma, and you know he knew your grandma, so he's sitting there and he's like, "Oh man, I know, I totally understand." But he loved your grandma because your grandma paid her tithes every Sunday, and kicked in on the other days that she went because you know she done went to Monday class, Sunday class, Thursday, early mornings, and all them other classes. I can't even remember. I ain't been to churches. There you go. Bible studies.
And then you got the I forgot what it was, but they closed the church and then you stay there for the weekend.
Right. All that. Grandma was there for all that.
Everything.
All that. Oh, my grandma was too.
The bookstore, bro. I got in trouble at that church before because my dad bought me some marbles, right? And this lady she takes my marbles and calls me a thief. And my grandma's so gung ho for the church. She believes the lady, but doesn't believe me. So I got my butt whooped by my grandma.
Ridiculous.
In the church.
Ridiculous.
And the pastor just sitting there smiling.
Ridiculous, man.
And he knew the truth, too. That's the sad part.
That's sad. All right, keep going.
But if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
So now, even after your grandma done died, he's doing all this, fake tears and all that, just to make sure you die in that church as well and keep your kids coming so he can still get them tithes. And that's just like America. America don't care if you're dead or dying. As long as you have your kids still celebrate these holidays. As long as you install in them that Christmas, Thanksgiving, every other holiday that this America done came up with, as long as they still believe it and they're still making money off of you, because that's still making money off of you. You trained your kids to do this. And they're still not satisfied because they want every last penny that your family makes. From your great grandma, from our ancestors in the slave ships to now. They're still not satisfied. They still can't give us our own land. They still can't let us be our own people. That's why the UPK have to fight so hard. They're not satisfied, man. They're still not satisfied. I'm gonna go to a few more scriptures and then I'm gonna break out the high holy days for the Most High. Let's go to Ezekiel 37:7. Yeah, man, it's never enough. They don't care, man. They don't care how bad you're hurting, how bad you're dying, especially if you're an Israelite, man. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, they don't care about you, man. The UPK does, man. You won't suffer here. It'll be tough, but you won't suffer, man. Brotherhood, sisterhood, all that is in here, man. It's a weapon to be wielded and to be held on to, man, and used accordingly. Go ahead.
You sure?
37:7, come.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, verse 7. Mm-hmm. So I prophesied as I was commanded. And as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking. And the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above. But there was no breath in him. Then said he unto me, prophecy unto the wind, prophecy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord God, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, and they may live.
That is y'all right now, man. That is y'all. You guys are down to bones that is not even put together. And the UPK is trying to pick up y'all pieces and put y'all together and put y'all skin on. This righteous skin. And then we're trying to breathe this life into you, this life, this word. Where did you just end at?
8.
Okay, yeah, I need you to go a few more. But we're breathing this life into you guys. Keep going.
My bad. I finished 9 already.
Okay, keep going. One more.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
That's what we need you to do, Israel. Come out of America. Stop following these pagan holidays. Stop following anything that America tells you to do. And follow this UPK, man. I pray you understand. We are trying to bring you onto your feet. We are trying to make you into a righteous army that the Most High is asking for. And you better do it now, because, boy, if you do it too late, it's going to be tough for you in the kingdom of heaven, man. It's going to be tough for you. So with that, let me get those high holy days. All right. So the Sabbath is every Saturday. Period. And that's in Genesis 2 and 3, Exodus 28, or Exodus 20, verses 8 through 11, and Leviticus 23 and 3. The Passover, that is in Exodus 12 and 1 through 51, Leviticus 23, 4 through 5, First Corinthians 5, 7 through 8, and Second Chronicles 30 and chapter 30, verse 17. You got the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Exodus 12, chapter 12, verses 17 through 20, Leviticus chapter 23, 6 through 8, the Feast of First Fruits, Leviticus 23, 10 through 22, Memorial of Blowing of Trumpets, Leviticus 23, chapters 24 to 25, or verses 24 to 25, Day of Atonement, Leviticus chapter 23, verses 27 through 32, Feast of Tabernacle, Leviticus chapter 23, verses 34 through 44, Feast of Dedication of Hanukkah, First Maccabees chapter 4, chapter 4, verses 52 to 61, and the Feast of Purim, which is in Esther chapter 9, 20 to 31. Now, any of your holidays, can you tell me exactly what scripture they're in? Any of your holidays that you say that is for Christ, and that is of the people, the Israelites. Can you show me where they are in the Bible? We have Hanukkah. The fake Jewish, or the Jewish people, they have Hanukkah. And what they say how Hanukkah started is that they only had oil for 3 days, but it burned for 7 days after those 3 days. Like, where's the imagination in that? Like, where is the Like that's the best you could come up with. Oil. That's why Hanukkah. No. Go read First Maccabees chapter 4, verses 52 to 61. You'll see what the real Hanukkah was about. You can read the high holy days in the Bible. Why don't you know these at your church? Why don't you know these from other fake Israelite groups or the fake Israelite groups? The ISUPK ain't affiliated with none of those, man. Because we speak the truth and we keep it true, man. Get in the class, pay your tithes. And again, this is ISUPK Pacific Northwest. And I am Priest and Officer Ayashala. And with that, I'm going to say, Shalom, Israel.